What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Jacqueline Girling if you haven't been here before, and if you have been here before, then I'm so glad to have you back on my channel today. Today I'm going to be talking about how I healed my acid reflux. And disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian or a doctor in any sort of form. I'm just sharing my own experience. Definitely go see a doctor if you're really struggling with acid reflux, but here are some of my tips about how I got rid of mine. First off, I'll tell you guys a little bit of story about my acid reflux and my journey with it. For lots of years now, I've struggled with acid, and I also struggled with IBS. I've always had like imbalances in my stomach and just issues with my stomach in general. Basically, it got a lot worse. I think one thing was my diet. I definitely was not eating very well. I wasn't watching my spicy foods or my fried foods. I was like just kind of eating whatever. I wasn't really paying attention. So even though I had acid and indigestion before, I got it way worse. So it got to the point where, I kid you not, like my throat and my esophagus and my stomach, they felt like they were actually on fire. I would drink water and just guzzle water all day long because I felt like I was honestly needing to put out a fire and nothing was working. I was taking Zantac every single day. I was taking Prilosec every day. I just got to the point where I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. There's got to be some other thing other than taking medicine for my stomach every single day. Like, this can't be good. Like, this can't be healthy. So I decided to look for alternate ways of getting rid of it, and I'm going to walk you guys through exactly what are 5 different ways I got rid of it. I honestly feel like I healed my acid reflux. So first off, most important thing, not sponsored at all. This is just purely me wanting to tell you guys this. This product is incredible. Lily of the Desert Aloe Herbal Stomach Formula. You guys, this stuff is incredible. You can find it at Kroger, that's where I get it, or you can find it at Whole Foods. You can find it online at Amazon, honestly, if you don't even want to like go to the store, you can prime it to you. I think this is what saved my life, and a combination of a few other things I'm going to talk about as well. I would take this 4 times a day. It comes with a little like capsule thingy, and I filled that up, the little capsule thing, 4 times a day. I would take it 1 in the morning, 2 times during the day, and 1 time at night. It took about a month to basically heal my stomach. But I got off of Zantac and I got off of Prilosec, and it was mind-blowing. I just could not believe the fact that I had had such bad acid reflux, and my answer was something natural. It has aloe, peppermint leaf, chamomile leaf, ginger root, slippery elm bark, and fennel seed, and a few other things that help keep it together, but it's all natural. And it is incredible to actually find something natural that is healing your stomach versus taking actual medicine. And even though like I'm not like 100% natural with everything, I'm not 100% organic, I try to as much as possible. This was one area that I feel like I was just like, I can be doing so much better in this area. Like, there's got to be something better for my stomach than just taking medicine. So this was an absolute lifesaver. If there's nothing else you do, take this. So after about 2 months, 2 to 3 months probably, I've taken it 3 to 4 times a day. I eventually got to the point where I just took it at morning and just took it at night. One thing, side note about this, is it does have to be refrigerated once opened. So that's kind of an annoying thing because when you're traveling, it becomes more of a hassle. But recently I found at Sprouts, I don't know if you don't have a Sprouts nearby, you might be able to order these online or find it at a different kind of natural store. They have little ones that are travel sizes. You don't have to refrigerate it before you open it. So there basically are tiny ones of these that you just take the whole thing once you open it. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. So traveling makes it easier and more possible. But I will say, some days I will forget to take about it. I even forgot one time for a whole week to take this, and my stomach still didn't go back to the place it was before. So this stuff is incredible. I cannot talk about it more. It's really the best. This stuff is amazing. So the second thing that I did was I figured out my trigger foods, and despite the fact that some of these are going to be the same for all of us, there are some things that are going to be different for everyone. So something that's a trigger food for me is tomatoes. I've met some people that have acid reflux and like it's actually not as big of a trigger for them. So tomatoes are a really big thing for me. Fried food, I think that's pretty much a thing for everyone. Honestly, if you have acid reflux and indigestion, that's probably a thing for everyone, but fried food is a big one. I can eat fried food, but I have to be careful. I just have to watch it. And so that's just something to note, that like if you're actually trying to get rid of your acid reflux, really reduce those things for a while. So that's my third Third thing is to take time, get off of those foods, even though I know it's like, oh no, but sometimes I want fries. I totally get it. I'm right there with you. But I took about a month or 2 months when I was getting off of medicine. I took a little while to just completely get off those foods. And I would say that was a big thing that contributed to healing it all the way around versus just kind of putting a Band-Aid on it. So I feel like I actually was able to heal my stomach because I actually didn't do those things. So fried food, they say chocolate is a trigger. Chocolate's not a trigger for me, thank God. But chocolate's not a trigger for me. It may be for you. Dairy, yes, for some people, it's not a huge one for me. Citrus is a big one that's not for me, but I know that is for people. Coffee it's not as much anymore, but coffee was. Espresso isn't, so I would drink espresso and I wouldn't drink coffee. Of course, spicy food, I feel like that's pretty much one for everyone, but may not be as much for you. The bottom line, the point of this is figure out your trigger foods. Kind of make a journal or write about it in your phone, like on your notes. Like just make a journal of when you eat those foods, this is when it reacted and this is when you had issues. Figure out those trigger foods. Figure out exactly like the things that bother you, so that way you can pull back on those for a little while you're healing your stomach. So then once you've done that for a while, if you're taking the aloe stuff and you're pulling back on those foods, just slowly start reincorporating some of those foods. If spaghetti is your favorite thing, a trigger food for you is tomatoes, just slowly try to do it and don't go overboard. Slowly start incorporating those foods back into your diet. That's what really worked for me. Of course, spicy food for me was like a no for a few months, but then eventually I was able to start reincorporating spicy food again, and I was able to start eating it more, and now spicy food doesn't bother me as much. I just have to be careful. They always say moderation is key. I think moderation is super key to also healing your acid reflux and getting your acid reflux to be better. I feel like when I overate and when I overdid it, that's when I'd start to really feel it. So definitely moderation is key here. Fourth thing is going to be try to find alkaline foods. So avocados are alkaline, bland foods, lots of water. During the time that I was trying to get better, I was drinking a lot of alkaline water. Specifically, I love this one brand. It's Wakea water. I just love the taste of it. If you figure out some things that'll help you be more alkaline, help your stomach to be more alkaline, pH neutral and whatnot, then that'll help you as well. So those alkaline foods are really helpful during the process of making it better. And in general, it's really good to have these kinds of things no matter, after you heal your stomach, after you make it better, like that kind of thing. And the fifth thing is get off of antacids and PPIs, which are proton something inhibitors. I can't remember what it stands for, but basically what it is it's Prilosec and Nexium, those kind of things. What actually is happening to your body when you continue to take the medicine, Zantac and all those things, is actually what it's doing is it's suppressing your acid. So what's happening in your body, it's not actually making it go away. It's actually just pushing the acid down so you don't feel as much of the effects, but it's actually still going on in your body. When I figured that out and I actually researched some of the long-term effects of still staying on these products, I was like, I've got to get off of it. And that's when it made me want to do the natural switch. So get off of those. The worst thing about getting off of them, though, if you're already on something like Prilosec or taking, Pepcid every day or anything like that, is your acid will get worse for a while. And that's what happened to me. So I was like, I'm getting off of these. I don't want to do them anymore. And it made it a lot worse for me. When I got off of Prilosec, it was like the fire dragon had been released and I didn't know what to do. And I was like, I don't want to go back on them. And that's when I found aloe, and that's how I basically was able to go natural. But get off of them no matter what. I feel like they're not good for your body. They're not doing what you actually want it to do, which is helping and healing it. And I know that they say that Prilosec does heal to some degree, and maybe it didn't for me. I don't know, I guess everyone's different, but I think that the long-term effects of taking them are really not good, and I just did not want to be on them long term. So those are my tips for how to help heal and how to restore the acid in your body and your acid reflux and help you to feel better. I know when I was going through the thick of it and the worst part of it, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get better. This is it for life. I will constantly be on fire internally. And over time, it really did heal. And I'm telling you guys, this stuff is where it's at. Will change your life. I recommend it to all of my friends and family all the time. Even if you don't have acid reflux, it's actually a great thing, but I highly doubt people who don't have acid reflux are watching this video. But no matter what, though, I really believe in their product, and I think it's amazing. It's nice to be at a point where I'm not, you know, feeling the constant effects of indigestion, acid reflux, and, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, so I hope this video has helped in some ways. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, or if you like videos like this. Please let me know if you have any recommendations yourself, any things that have helped you. I'd love to hear more about your journey and your experience. But yeah, don't forget to also like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful. I hope that your stomach feels better, and I hope your acid reflux gets better. And yeah, so that is all I have for today. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.